All right, took care of business today. Proud of our guys for doing what we should have done. You don't always do what you should do, and they controlled the game really from start to finish. Um, a lot of guys made good contributions. Got to take a look at a lot of guys in that second half. Um, weren't quite as in sync offensively as we were in the game last week. We never got into that rhythm that we're in last week consistently, but there were some really bright spots and good things that happened. Defense kept them out of the end zone. Obviously scored a bunch of points, made a bunch of first downs, didn't turn the ball over one time again for the second consecutive week. Scored on defense, set up another score on defense. Deshaun got loose on a punt return. That was great to see that to get one of those underway. Actually had another pretty good one, but the one was outstanding. I thought Devin played well. Completion percentage again was way up, which is where it needs to be. Touchdown, no interceptions, as we said. Thought Bird Ficklen looked really good when he came in. He's an athlete. He's cool under pressure, and true freshman, just right out of high school. And I thought he handled his opportunity really well. Ran the ball well. Almost 300 yards rushing again. A couple linemen got a little dinged up, but and we held Kump out today, precautionary reasons, as well as Logan Fano, and so there were some guys that and Rabbit's still not quite ready, but hopefully we get all those guys back for this week. We'll see what happens, but overall solid performance, and like I said, we took care of the business that we needed to take care of. So questions.
Kyle, for the defense to only allow one touchdown total in the first two games, are they kind of living up to what your expectations were going to be so far this early?
Yeah, so far. I mean, there's things we need to get better at. They hit that glance route on us 3 or 4 times. Got to not let people inside. I mean, there's things to work on, but you're right. One touchdown in 2 games is the bottom line, and that's a really good start to the season. Yeah.
Are you preserving Isaac's redshirt if you can?
That's part of the equation right now, absolutely. Yeah, and that plus getting a look at Bird, who we've never seen in live action. So the combination of not squandering games, at least right now, with Isaac, and needing to get a good look at Bird and see what he can do, led to the what you saw today with Bird getting all the reps when Devin exited the game.
How much does the pick six streak mean to you? Where you're at 22 now, 22 seasons in a row.
Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, that's all time, right? I mean, it's the all time record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we credit to Coach Scally and Coach Pease before that, and Coach Sataki before that. I mean, there's been a lot of guys that have had a hand in that, and it was great to see it today. Noah Jackson Benny played that just right, and then almost had another one. We had John Hall intercept. I guess that would be, I don't know if that'd be a fumble or an interception. What did it go down as? I guess an interception. Right. Anyway, almost had another one. But yeah, it's something to be proud of, but we don't talk about it ever or think about it. It's just something that happens.
To follow up on that defensive secondary today, how would you assess kind of their play and their confidence moving forward?
Pretty good. We like I said, we didn't cover all the routes as well as we should. We turned some routes loose up the field that they didn't connect on, fortunately. And 1 or 2 they did connect on. So let's see, the throw game, 13 out of 25. So again, about 50% completion rate. No touchdowns, couple picks. So we're doing some good things, but there'll be bigger tests along the way in that regard. And still a little bit unknown right now how sound we are back there, because we really haven't been tested yet.
What would you attribute some of that sluggishness in the first half on offense to?
Well, first off, early on, that little thunder burst, it makes things a little more difficult. There's no excuses, but I don't think Devin was gripping the ball, as well as he could have when that 15 or 20 minute period, whatever it was. Good question. I mean, we just didn't get in that rhythm. We didn't come out as. I'm not going to say we weren't ready, because we're ready to play, but we just didn't come out executing as well as we did last week. Sometimes that happens.
Kyle, you walked into this game saying you wanted to see more from Tobias Merriweather and all the other receivers. Now that they have 2 games under the belt, what is your, perception or take on how the wide receivers are coming along, and what else would you want to see from them?
Well, I think they're still a work in progress. RD Davis, he had a really nice game today. He caught 7 balls, and Tobias had 6. And Smith Snowden, what he adds, he didn't add nearly as much this week as last week, but he only played a half the game on offense. But the receiver position in and of itself is a work in progress. We've got about 4 guys right now, 5 guys that we really have trust in, and we're waiting for another guy or 2 to join that group.
Kyle, all 4 of your defensive ends recorded at least half a sack today. What does it mean to see those guys get going so early on in the season?
Yeah, that's encouraging. And Logan Fano, our lead defensive end, wasn't out there today, so it was a great opportunity for Cash Dillon and Lance Holtzclaw and these other guys to get reps, and they get good pressure off the edge. And that's a group that we got 5 of them. We feel confident in all 5 of them, although only 4 played today.
Obviously a very small sample size, 2 games in, but Jason Beck's offense is averaging now just a touch over 500 yards per game. You're running report card not only on the production, but also how the offense is.
Well, I think that it's really to my liking. I can tell you that the structure of it, the way Jason has put it together, his creativity, his play calling. We're so far, it's only 2 games, but exactly as we had hoped. I mean, that's what when we hired Jason, a year ago or whenever it was, 8 months ago. We watched his tape extensively. We had a good feel for what what his scheme was and what his philosophies were, and he's brought those here and implemented them, and you're seeing a lot of the same results that he got last year.
Coach, kind of a similar question. Just 2 games in, do you feel like this team is kind of starting to develop their identity, and do you think they're moving in the right direction?
A little bit, but we still have stiffer tests coming up, like I said, and so we'll find out more about us as the weeks progress. But so far, we're off to a good start. I can tell you one thing: this team has a phenomenal work ethic and phenomenal leadership, and that's a good starting point to be able to be a good football team.
Nate Johnson was able to get some touches today.
Yeah.
His attitude coming back and accepting the role that he has. How has he reacclimated to the team?
Very well, and he's a team guy. He just wants to contribute, and we wanted to get a better look at him today because we didn't get much of a look at him last week. Thought he did some really good things. He's got a ton of ability. He's a 10, 200-meter guy. He's the fastest guy on the team as far as 100-meter guy. So he's got explosiveness. He's just been a quarterback all his life, so he's just trying to figure out how to be a position guy. And I think he's taking baby steps, but not there yet.
How would you evaluate Bird's performance in his first kind of extended
Well,
run?
just watching him from the sidelines, really good. You'll watch the tape and see how he did, detail-wise. But he's a kid that is got the right demeanor to play the position. Nothing bothers him. He's very cool and calm. He's also a terrific athlete. You saw some of the runs he made out there tonight, and he's a good decision maker. So he's got all the basics, and we just got to continue to see more of him. And he passed the test tonight, this afternoon. So, but there'll be bigger ones down the road.
Kyle, can you just speak on the importance of Jackson Denny on this defense?
Yeah, he's playing the nickel spot, which is the most difficult spot on the defense. It's the most demanding. It's the most to it as far as the learning curve. You got to cover, and you got to cover in the slot where you don't have the sideline to help you out and protect you. So it's a tougher coverage responsibility. You got to play in the run fits. You got to blitz off the edge on occasion. So that's the position that is really the most demanding. And what he's doing so far has been outstanding, especially when you consider that he's splitting time and playing wide receiver about 30 or 40% of the time. So he's been a huge surprise. He's probably the biggest surprise in a good way on the football team this fall so far. And we saw that in camp starting to work. Did you say thank you? You're welcome. Well, we're done? Okay. Thanks, guys.